Hello everyone, and welcome to Downhaven Entertainment. Today we will be reviewing Red Dawn. Yes, so this movie is a reboot, so they think they can make a better Red Dawn for us.
Y'all think y'all all that in a pack of crackers, but y'all not. You know that. You ain't no faster than me.
Okay, so I haven't seen the original Red Dawn, so you won't get a comparison between the two flicks. This is all fresh to me, and I went into this movie with an open mind. Well, somewhat of an open mind, hence the cliche trailer for this movie spoon-feeding us the entire plot of the movie, but that's another subject. Let's get into the movie. The movie stars Chris Hemsworth as Jed Eckert, Josh Peck as Matt Eckert, and some other folks. So why should you not care? Well, let's talk about what worked for the movie, seeing how they executed their plan to put a fight back to the Koreans. It was nice to see how they disguised themselves and using their teams as pawns to trap the enemy. I thought it was pretty creative and thought out for the most part. Well, unless that's how it is in the original, but I was entertained. But that's it. Now let's talk about what didn't work. The pacing. This movie started off at 90 to 100 miles per hour constantly. I mean, one scene it'll be nighttime, 30 seconds pass and it'll be daytime 5 days later. Next scene it's 3 days later, it's daytime, next scene it's night. It just drove me nuts after a while. I mean, these kids who knew nothing about combat got some training that we see through a montage that was like 4 to 5 minutes long. Then they're experts. The sad thing is I don't even know how long it took them in their universe to be trained. 1 month, 6 months, 2 years, I don't know. Oh, and at one point I got up to use the restroom for like 30 seconds, came back into the theater and found out 2 characters supposedly died while I was gone. I didn't even care. And I didn't even notice who died. Which brings me to what else didn't work. The character development. There is hardly any. These characters just felt fake. They weren't relatable or interacted naturally with each other. For example,
do you see this writing? Do you know what it means? Hospitality. And you can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it!
What are you going to do to me, Daddy?
Tighten my belt by 1 loop so I don't feel hunger pains. And your sister and mother will have to do likewise. Okay, Joshua, you want to get rough with me. You want to show me that you don't like the choice of this house for our vacation by going on a hunger strike. Well, I'll accept the challenge. But just remember, when I was your age, I really did suffer from hunger. We'll see who gets through this. But just remember, I've got more practice than you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Now, it wasn't as bad as that, but that's how the characters interacted. It just felt like cardboard cutouts placed on screen. And they either overreacted or underreacted. It was really off-putting. And I didn't know what to feel for these characters. And when they do try to have some character development on screen, I wouldn't care because this movie is so fast-paced and there wasn't enough time for it, and I've gotten used to the fast-pacedness of the movie. So I was like, come on, wrap it up. Don't care about your dad. They also just bring in characters that you've never heard about or cared about throughout the movie. I would be like, okay, so that's his dad. Yep. Okay, so that's his girlfriend. Okay, so those two apparently know each other. Yep. Oh yeah, his girlfriend's back. Wait, what's her name? Actually, what is everyone's name in this movie? Now that you think about it, we're really not in a movie theater, are we? Things were just happening, and we as an audience have to turn off our brain and accept it. There was a notable scene in the movie where the character was running from the Korean military, ran into an alley, threw a trash can over a fence so it'll hit a car, setting off its alarm, distracting the enemy. How he knew that car was there and had an alarm system is a mystery to me. But here's a more realistic take on that scene.
So what's the plan?
What plan?
Why'd you throw the trash can over the gate?
I was hoping there would be a car there.
What?
Huh?
This movie is a definition of cliche. When they brought in characters, I knew which ones were going to die right then and there. I knew what would be certain dilemmas that our heroes would have to face, some of which were unneeded and it didn't push the story forward. Yeah, I'm talking to you. It was there for the sake of being there. You didn't care. The camera work. Okay, I like shaky cam. It adds to the movie's grittiness and makes it feel a bit more realistic. I get it. But this wasn't done smoothly. There's shaky cam that's smooth so you can see what's going on, and there's quake cam where you have to readjust your eyes to continue to look on the screen. This movie had quake cam going on for about 90% of the movie. There was no break and it was a little uncomfortable. When there is downtime in the movie, it's best if you have a steady or calmer shot to set the mood. attitude. Not much of that going on here. Overall, this movie is just there. It's a movie that came out and nothing is special about it. To be honest, I really wanted to like this movie, but I couldn't. I personally think they could have told a better story if they took their time and let these characters develop. You know, start off on a lower budget, find out who's who in this world, what that person means to this person. Tell a little story of these characters for at least the first half of the movie so we can at least care for these characters. Have them train and start fighting back. And then have the second movie with an all-out war like this one. Then these characters could have their dilemmas and situations or whatnot. Then we can have a huge resolve rather than the one they gave us. This movie could have been a heartfelt two-parter or even a trilogy, but instead it felt like a trilogy mashed up into one movie. If this was a YouTube fan film remake sort of deal, this would have been a pretty good movie, but this is a Hollywood budget flick with YouTube fan film quality. It's nothing I'm gonna buy on DVD, and I wish I saw it for free. And now, remembering how much I paid to see this, I'll have to give this movie a solid C-.